Who are you and why are you here?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I am Magdalene Nana Konadu Agyemang. You may want to add that to my name, sir. I am a final year development communication student, and I am vying for the Gender Affairs Office, and so I am here to be vetted. Please.
Okay. Are you Christian, Muslim, traditionalist?
I am a Christian.
Please step forward and take up the Bible. And please repeat after me.
Yes, ma'am.
Your name.
Magdalene Nana Konadu Agyemang.
Promise to answer all questions in truth.
Promise to answer all questions in truth.
I promise.
I promise
That all of my intentions.
that all of my intentions
For the student's body.
for the student's body
Are truthful.
are truthful,
God aligned.
sorry,
God aligned.
God aligned,
And gender affairs, right? And human rights.
and
aligned.
human rights.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Please have your seat.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss Nana Konadu Agyemang.
Yes, Madam Chair.
The position you are vying for is Gender Affairs Officer.
Officer.
What is or who is a Gender Affairs Officer?
Okay, Agenda Affairs. Thank you for the question. An individual who represents both genders, not just the woman, but the male, and advocates for their rights, sort of acts as a mouthpiece to gender and speaks for them, advocates for their rights, and ensures that they are safe, they have a good and conducive environment where they can, for the student body, so where they can learn, be equipped with skills that will help them attain future prospects.
The document to the vetting committee ahead of this.
Yes, please, I did.
Okay. So what is or which policies do you have to put across that would enable you handle all of these things you just mentioned within the four walls of UniMAC?
Okay, thank you very much. I think that I've actually read the Constitution, SRC Constitution, and I have seen that the Gender Affairs Office mandatory task align with my policies, looking at harassment issues, tackling gender issues where we can develop well-based initiatives to properly meet the needs of the student's body. So I will create awareness. Aside creating awareness, I will engage the students. I've actually commenced with a needs assessment. I've disseminated a few questionnaires here and there to know what the students, hopefully, if I assume office, know what the students want and how best I can meet them. And so I will create awareness, organize conferences and seminars that will educate them, empower them, and prepare them for the future.
Okay. How are you doing, Magdalene?
Sorry?
How are you doing?
How am I?
Doing?
I am very well, thank you. I hope you're good.
I am. I love your pearls.
Thank you very much. I'll get you one.
Hey.
Sure.
I'm sorry, that's if she's happy to receive it. Yes, I will.
I hear you. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, so when you picked up the form, you were asked a question to mention one accountability practice you think every SRC executive must observe. What did you write?
Honesty, and I think transparency.
Okay, so you wrote transparency and constant reporting.
Constant reporting, yes.
Okay, can you brief me on the constant reporting? How do you tend to constantly report to the student's body?
Okay, thank you very much. I am going to employ Teams, Google Meet sessions, where initiatives taken will be broken down to the student body. I will engage them. It's not my office, it is our office. So my constant reporting is going to be going back to the student body to report to them the initiative we commenced, where we've gotten to, the positive ramifications we've gotten out of those initiatives, the flaws and how to work on those flaws, basically. So I'll employ Teams, Google Meet, and in-person sessions. On is being present and available when needed. Empathy is having a good listening ear. Empathy to me is not just helping because you have the resources to help, but you are helping because you want to cause a change. That is what empathy means to me.
Okay, now you were asked to describe your leadership style in 1 or 2 sentences. Do you remember what you wrote?
No.
Okay, so I'll read it for you.
Yes, please.
You said your leadership style is collaborative and inclusive,
Right.
focused on empowering team members to contribute their ideas and
Perspectives.
perspectives while providing guidance and direction. You would create a positive environment that fosters creativity and collective success. Can you briefly tell me practically how you intend to do that if elected as the gender affairs officer?
Okay, thank you very much. I think the question answers the response I gave. So throughout my years or days or my experiences when it comes to leadership, I have been an individual who loves to let people do the work. I take in ideas, initiatives, people's points of views, and work on them. I believe leadership in itself is not you calling the shots, but making room for team players and team members to bring their ideas and 2 cents to the matter or the initiative or the problem you want to solve. So what I'm going to do is to create a room, a conducive environmental room for team players and team members to birth their ideas, and we work with that. If working with that means we need to tweak some of these ideas, fine-tune them to the benefit of everyone, I will do so.
Okay, so if a student comes to your office and has a problem where there's a male student that is making her life uncomfortable on campus, in terms of the male student is harassing her sexually, and the person comes to your office, walk me through the steps you take to handle such a situation.
Thank you very much for the question. It has actually happened in my level 200. So as at that time, I was the rep for my badge for the whole WOCOM. So there was one time a colleague approached me and told me that a colleague of ours, a mutual colleague of ours, has been sending her messages she's not happy with. The first thing I did was to engage her. And I probed further into the matter and advised her on what to do. Then I reached out to that colleague and I politely told him what I have been told by our mutual colleague, the one he was sending messages to. And I advised him that ideally I should report him to the school authorities. But I believe in second chances. Perhaps he felt that the messages he was sending to her was cool, because maybe peradventure she was responding accordingly. But at a point in time when she wasn't happy with it, she couldn't tell him to stop, and so he should stop. But the next time he is reported to me, then I'll report him to the school authorities, and that was it. So I think I'm going to use that strategy again. First, educate and advise the individual and find better solutions to solve the problem.
Okay. Do you believe experience is the best teacher?
Yes, I do.
How old are you?
I am 30.
And do you think your age would have a positive or negative impact if elected into
Yes,
office?
please. I have made so many mistakes. I have made several mistakes, and it wasn't as if I didn't have individuals in my life guiding. But you know, adolescent age comes with its own flares and flaws. And so you want to explore first and gain experience. I think my 30 years on earth has taught me to not only take actions without having a thorough process on it, not engaging. I need to engage, ask 2 to 3 people I revere, one, and secondly, people who are ahead of me, because those ahead of you know what you do not know. That's how life is, actually. To ascertain if what I want to do is the best thing to do. That was my major problem, that I didn't really ascertain my actions or decisions, and I think I've learned from it, and so I have done better, actually, Dr. Tando. At UniMAC campus.
Since you are saying that you build up a bed because of useful experience.
Yes, please. Exuberance, yes, please.
So do you have certain models you look up to on UniMAC campus?
Yes, I think a few.
Charity begins
At home, yes, please. Yes, Madam Marcia.
Marcia.
Yes, Madam Marcia, Dr. Mabel Nunufio, and our very own rector, Professor Christian Hammond.
Excellent. This is excellent.
Yeah, thank you.
I have a concern.
Tell me, sir.
The UniMAC ID students, I don't know much about IFT ladies and then IL ladies. I'm still learning. But at least I've been at UniMAC ID. Yes, for 5 years. And I have issues. Since you are coming as the Women's Commissioner.
The Gender Affairs Officer.
Chair for you.
No, it's fine.
As a gender affairs person.
Yes, sir.
There have been some. I should speak into the microphone.
Yes.
There is a growing concern, especially with
Appearances.
I am very reluctant to say UniMAC IJ, UniMAC IL, UniMAC. But this one, I'm focusing it on your ladies sitting by you. I wouldn't say UniMAC IJ students are lost. They are not. But they are most of the things they do for me is a bit worrying.
Okay.
And I think it is all due to peer influence. Just like you also said, they are there, they just want to experience it. I have some personal, because of my nature, I'm a student-oriented lecturer, so they come to me a lot. I hear a lot of stories, but they are confidential, so I won't share. But I see there is a strong gap. They need a mother to bring them.
Wow.
Some of them are, we are on air, so I don't want to say some of these things. But some of the things, when I hear them, I say, gee, assuming these were my daughters, or they are my daughters as a dean of students. So I want to see how we are going to help address this gap and see that probably some of the mistakes that you made, now they are 21, they are 22, and they think that they have all, and a lot of gossiping, they are testing, they chat with somebody, they are taking a screenshot, and they are sharing agenda, spread. I don't know why that thing is among UniMAC IJ. How are you going to do to help me, my office, to address some of these things, to curtail some of these, if you like, waywardness?
Okay.
And also the spreading of false information on campus among themselves, even around lectures and stuff like that, which is a concern to me.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Tando. I think I share in that knowledge, but I want to inquire what specific wayward behavior are you
a lot.
wanting me to?
I've gone to, yes, again, I will say that because I'm a student-oriented lecturer, sometimes I go to some of your events.
Yes, please.
And I learned, one of them I visited, they were blowing some balloons. I mean, when I was growing up, we blow balloons only in Christmas. and then we do Christmas tree and the back. That's the only thing I know about mine growing up.
Yes,
but so I saw them, everybody's blowing balloon. I said, what is happening? It's not Christmas, it's May. So why are balloons? Then one of the ladies came to me, Doc, we are a kulukra. That is what they used to hide. They say when they blow, and then when you inhale them, you are inhaling cocaine into your system.
Merci.
They are inhaling, they call some of them what? Cocktail. Excuse me, maybe I am too old, so I don't know the hip things around. And it really hurts me that if these are the leaders we are creating, then it's quite serious.
Right.
What are you going to do as a mentor, as a big, you are 30, so you've seen it. How are you going to use your personal experience to also influence those quote unquote who are in those kind of things?
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Tando, for the question. I think when it comes to students and their behaviors, it's different.
And they are dressing.
And they are dressing.
The former dean of students told me about it.
Yes.
That she even wanted to do something about it. I know it's going to create chaos if you are supposed to do a dress code for UniMAC students. They will beat me. I won't attempt.
Okay.
But
Okay, thank you very much. I think my first year in school, one of the many concerns for me was my colleagues, their appearance, the way they appear. There are times when your colleague enters into the classroom wearing skimpy clothes and you ask yourself, what is happening? Do they know why they are here? I think it is one, peer. You've mentioned that already. Two, lack of knowledge and education. I think, thirdly, they are not prepared properly for school. Most of them are done with senior high, and mommy and daddy says, hey, you have to go to the university. So let me just go pick the forms. Let me please mommy and daddy take the forms and go without having proper preparation. That this is a tertiary, the tertiary fraternity I am entering to, and these are some of the code and ethics I need to adhere to in terms of one's appearance. So what I will do is to organize seminars. I believe. Okay, sorry, because you asked the.
import media.
Oh, import media.
Their telecasting is live.
Okay, sir.
So they are hearing what you are saying.
Right.
If you come and you don't do it, the video will bring back to you.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Even before that, or even before me vying for this office, it's something I do with my colleagues, with my friends, those who are very close to me. When you're wearing something and I feel it's inappropriate, I tell you that what you're wearing is inappropriate. And if it's time for testimony, I'm certain I'll have a lot of people to attest to that for me. What I will do is to organize meetings. I believe that appearance speaks so much about an individual. And for an individual enrolling in school, being educated and being put together for the job market, I think there are a lot of things you need to take out of the university before you move into the workforce. And proper dressing, good conduct is an imperative. Yes, please. So, Doc, I think I've answered your question. Okay.
Okay. So I've gone through your mission and vision statements, right? But I want you to give me, even right now, you said you are going to hold a meeting. Okay, I want something more practical. Fine, you holding a meeting is practical, but then how would you go about it? Are you saying that you are going to just call for a meeting? And what's the probability that I would want to sit in a meeting where you're coming to advise me on how to dress or how to carry myself?
Can you rephrase the question? I want to get you clearly so I give concrete answers.
So when you were answering, Doc, you said you were going to set up a meeting.
Yes, please.
Where certain personalities or individuals some of us look up to would be present to educate us on how to carry ourselves and
Yes,
how
please.
to dress.
Yes, please.
And I'm asking, what's the probability that I would want to sit in such a meeting?
Okay. I think for growth, for development purposes, everything starts with the mind. And so we would do well, myself, I would do well to psych you enough to want to be part of that meeting and to want to avail yourself for experienced individuals to rub off what they know to you and onto you, please.
So how would you go about in organizing such a meeting?
Okay, so since UniMAC encapsulates 3 institutions, that's IJ, IFT, and IL, the plan is to actually have team members and team heads in all the institutes, people or individuals who would mobilize the students for us to be able to hold such meetings, one, and educate them, two, and make sure that if there is a need to furnish them with some provisions, when I say provisions, not food, water, but toolkits to aid them become better individuals. Yes, I will do that.
So I have 2 questions for you. My first
Yes,
question
please.
is, do you believe a man can be sexually assaulted?
Oh, yes, I do. I believe a man can be sexually assaulted. I have actually been a witness to that in my area.
Say that again.
I have witnessed a man being assaulted in my area.
Wow.
Yes, please, I have.
Sexually?
Yes.
Like you saw it?
No, I witnessed the proceeding, let me say that.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, my very last question.
Yes, ma'am.
Say a student comes to your office and gathers the confidence to tell you that a lecturer did something to him or her.
Yes, please.
Walk me through the steps you take to solve this issue.
Okay, thank you very much. I will first and foremost probe into the matter because I can't just take a student's word and not, take a listen to what the lecturer has to say.
Not to
But-
cut you.
okay.
Say I'm the lecturer.
All right.
Tell me how you're going to. I'm the lecturer right now, so walk me through how the
Okay, and a
conversation will
student, a male student have been to my office and told me that you have assaulted him. Is that it?
Come again?
A male student have been to my office
Yes.
and said you have
Yes.
assaulted him.
Yes.
Okay, before I come to you, I will speak to the student to actually ascertain what happened, how it started, where it ended at, and how come that act happened. And after that, I'll reach out to you.
Okay, so now you've reached out.
Okay. Your name, ma'am.
Come again.
Your name.
Esinam.
Esina. Okay. Do we have a mutual, relation? So I know how to tackle this act we are
You
about
said
to.
you would reach out to the lecturer.
Yes.
I am the lecturer.
Okay.
So you are reaching out to me.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to send you a message. Let's say I'm sending you a message.
You
Good
send
day.
a message.
Yes, please.
To the lecturer.
No, I'm saying I'm going to reach out to you first by sending you a message
Okay.
to know where I can meet you. I think this has to be an in-person conversation more than a phone, So I'll reach out to you, and yes, you've answered. And so I would first ask let's use the name Kofi. So Madam Esinam, Kofi has been to my office, and Kofi has been to my office, and he's mentioned that you have assaulted him. I have seen messages. I have probed him enough, and I think it is fair to give you a listening here to hear what you have to say, your side of the story, and let's see how best to tackle the issue.
So these would be your exact words to the lecturer.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Miss Nana Konadu Agyemang.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Who's the founder of the Prowess Club?
The Porous Club. I am the founder of the Porous Club.
What happens there?
Oh, okay. The Porous Club is an initiative I birthed, I think, in my first year. So what we do is I meet with students, we sort of revise on things learned in class, prepare for exam, and we make sure that we score, we get the grades, yes. So that is what the Progress Club is for.
Okay.
To bring students.
Don't think that even though it's still gender affairs officer, it's not just a tag, but the males are actually being included.
Okay, thank you very much. The SRC Constitution emphatically states that my office will also ensure that there is equitable, proactive, and I think need-based technical support for the students' body, and also identify gender issues and develop welfare-based gender strategy to address them. So, okay, please go ahead.
Oh, you have, okay, then finish.
Oh, please go ahead.
Okay. I was just going to ask one question. The man and the woman, who is more important?
Both.
Why?
Because the man and the woman have their vulnerable moments. The man have their vulnerable moments. The man and the woman are human first, and we are looking at human development and social development. And so we can't say the woman is more important than the man, because they are both humans, and we need to accord attention to both genders, I think. So they are both important. I really cannot choose one and leave the other.
Okay, Nana Konadu, right?
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm very well. I hope you're good.
I'm good. Are you from IJ, IFT, or IF?
IJ.
IJ. So, although I don't have the student population data, but I know for IJ, we have a lot of females
Yes, please.
than males.
Yes, please.
So, in this case, do you consider the male to be a minority in the school?
Yes, your submission says it, that with IJ we have more female than male. So yes, obviously, the male is the minority.
Okay, and now you are talking about gender equality.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Sir.
how then do you ensure equality here?
Is it just for IJ or for
all the
UniMAC?
institutes?
Okay. Thank you for the question. Before, it was just IJ and was welcome. So the attention was given to the women more than the men. But now it's gender. I believe it was changed to gender because of the, mergence where we have IJ, IL, and IFT. Because with IFT, I have been a past student. IFT is my alma mater. I completed IFT in the year 2017, 18, 19, where I pursued broadcast journalism. And with IFT, they are known for production works. So there are a lot of males than the female. So you see the switch here. With IJ, it is female dominated, and with IFT is male sort of dominated. And so these mergence helps me to really attend to both genders, not just looking at the woman and not taking care of the man, but I will meet them at a point where everyone is included in initiatives that will better their lives. So inclusivity, collective efforts, and more action and proactivity.
Okay, so in a case where you have to do something for both genders,
Yes.
and now you are saying equality, the focus now is on equality, not the inclusion.
Okay.
Equality.
Okay.
So maybe let's say we have about 60% females, 40% males, and you are doing equality. It means whatever you are going to share for them or whatever initiative you have for them
Has to be equal.
Yes.
Yes.
So how then do you balance this?
I think I'll balance it right, because even the figures tells that the women is 60 and the men are 40.
Yeah.
And so I will make sure that whatever divergence or distribution we are making is done equally in terms of representation, given opportunities. And I won't say because the women are much more than the men, so let's give more attention to the woman. So when the number decreases, then we pay attention to the man. But if there is an opportunity for two potential employers, I think I'll do one male, one female to balance the equation.
Okay. Why not go for equity but equality?
Sorry?
Why not go for equity by equality?
Oh, I go for equity as well, actually. But, you know, equity is you making provision for equity comes when we talk of women. All my life, I've heard equity in relation to women, but not to the male. And so equity is when you are given the woman the opportunity as you are giving the man the opportunity. And then equality is making sure that all things are shared equal and everyone is satisfied. And so I think, Madam Chair, I would not say I'm going in for equality and leaving equity, but working with both to meet a need.
Okay, so do you know what the Constitution states about your office?
Yes, please.
Okay, so when voted into power, how are you going to ensure compliance of the Constitution?
Thank you for the question. With my policy and the Constitution, what it says for my office is to ensure, create awareness and all of that. That we are going to do. We are going to create awareness. And I have heard, or I have learned that there is a new UniMAC harassment policy that is going to be birthed. Actually, I am privileged to know the lecturer mandated to do that. So I reached out to him and I showed my interest in it, that I think harassment is one thing I want to also look at. And so if UniMAC is working on a harassment policy, and I have that in my policy as well, I would want to collaborate with him, and he is happy for us to champion that policy.
Okay, that's great. But in a case where student interest conflicts with the Constitution, what are you going to do?
Okay, thank you for the question.
Student interest conflicting with the Constitution.
In a case where students' interest conflicts with the Constitution, I believe the Constitution is for the student.
Yes.
And the Constitution is a representation of the student's body. And so whatever the Constitution will represent is what the students want. And so I have not envisaged any sort of confliction, because the Constitution, the SRC Constitution, is for the student, and we are there to represent the student. And so we make sure that the students' voices are being heard. And so their consent is what we will voice out. So, and obviously it is their consent. So I have not envisaged, honestly, a point where the students' consent will conflict with the SRC Constitution, sir.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Issue with gender must
Yes,
be
sir.
taken, it's a very serious, we don't have to joke with it. When you go to the UN or the AE, they have C, that's sexual exploitation and abuse. They have actually zero tolerance for that. Now, I want to find out, is sexual harassment a criminal issue or not?
I think it's a criminal issue and needs to be dealt as such.
Why?
Yes, it's a criminal issue.
Is it a criminal issue or not?
It's a criminal issue.
Why are you saying it's a criminal issue? Can
Okay, thank you very much. Taking advantage of one without their consent automatically is criminal. And it is criminal because it is not of the individual or the person's consent. And you're taking advantage of him or her. You are, if I could use the word, dehumanizing the person, one, making the person fall into depression, frustrated, and feeling less of him or herself and not wanting to belong in a society. When you do that to a person, you need to be dealt with. Sir?
Okay, thank you. Do you have any clause or article in the Constitution that you are using to back this, or it's just your imagination?
Not my imagination. I think in the Constitution, I have not, I would say my office, we look at, identify gender issues and then develop welfare-based strategies for it. And I think harassment can fall under that. And so gender issues, there's harassment there. And if there is harassment there, and I am coming in as the hopeful, as the gender affairs office, my policies align with that, and I'll work with that. And again, I mentioned that UniMAC itself has a new harassment policy they are working on. And so I think our champion is a good thing to do.
Thank you very much. And which unit or institution, government unit or institution, responsible for sexual harassment cases?
In UniMAC?
No, I'm talking about which government institution or agency is responsible for sexual harassment offenses.
Okay, I think the Gender Ministry and SRC. Yeah.
Okay.
What's your take on we changing it to the gender affairs from the WUCOM?
Okay, I think this was one thing I was discussing with my mom yesterday. During the interim WUCOM, I vied, but most of my policies were geared towards both genders, not just the woman. And so when I was informed by a colleague, she actually called me, Konadu, I think your policies actually worked on my policies. I like to, as mentioned earlier, that I like to take 2 cents of people on things I do. And so I ran my policies with her. I said, Konadu, I think this should be your office. It's good you didn't win at the time where the interim WUCOM was happening, because your policies are more geared towards the rebranding of the office to gender affairs. I think it was a good thing he did. I think amongst the many things that was refined or fine-tuned in the Constitution, the Gender Affairs Office was one imperative move, and I must commend the committee that sat and came up with that. Yes. So I think it's a good thing that it was moved from the WUCOM to the Gender Affairs, because with now you are not only looking into matters of women, but you're looking into matters of male as well, and both genders, and making sure that everyone is safe in campus.
So does that mean that you once contested for the WUCOM?
Interim, yes, please. Yes, please.
So why didn't you win?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I think during that time, voting procedures were not aptly done. A lot of our colleagues, our students, were unable to vote. So the few that were able to vote, voted. And I don't know, I don't want to, say something without having evidence to back it when I'm being called to answer to. So I think, yes, that was a major problem, because I remember even me, I had to go to the old campus, Osu, for the IT guys to assist me to vote for myself. And I had issues with that, because why can't a student sit in the comfort of his or her home and vote? Because you said it's online, and if students are wanting to get access to their emails, it's a problem. And so we didn't have a lot of the students voting us at that time. So maybe perhaps that was a factor.
And do you think you win this time around?
I have not said that, say.
You've not?
I have not said that.
I'm saying,
I am
do you
hopeful.
think?
I am hopeful.
Okay.
Too.
All right, let's come back to business. We've been talking about teachers or lecturers harassing students. What about the opposite direction, where students harass lecturers? You are saying, hey, okay, let me give you a clear example.
I actually also have...
Let me give you a clear example, okay? Students would come to, forgive me, a female student would come to lecture, sit in front.
with everything opened.
With no panties on and open their legs. Excuse my language. But this is something that a lecturer has spoken to me about, so I know what I'm talking about. So what would you do about that?
Okay. Thank you very much. I also have had the opportunity to engage a few lecturers on campus. And some of the male lecturers would say, hey, Kunedu, go for it, I don't know about class now. We in a new phone, see. Because I'm confusing me now. And there was one other lecturer who mentioned that a student's grade was not very good. And so the students wanted to engage him. And the approach was nothing to write home about. I think what I would do, in fact, what I would do is to educate them on appearance. I think your appearance speaks so much about you. And so why would you enter into a classroom and wear skimpy clothes, not put panties on, and sit in front to confuse your lecturer? You are there to acquire knowledge.
I want to achieve what I want.
Achieve what you want?
Yes, I want to get grades. I want to pass.
Okay.
So I'll come like that to get your attention.
Okay, good. So one thing students forget is that you can get the good grades, but if you do not acquire the knowledge you are ought to when you enter into the university, no one will work with you. And so why would you want to acquire grades and go work or be employed and go disgrace yourself and the institution where you graduated from? I don't think it's a good thing, and I'll educate my people on that.
Okay. How do you intend to educate them?
Sorry?
How do you intend to educate them?
By engaging them. Practical example. Let's assume this is a classroom and a colleague walks in and she's not properly dressed. I think right after the class, so for her not to feel uncomfortable when the lectures is ongoing, after the class I'll speak to her. I do that actually. I'll speak to the person and tell her the ramifications of what she is doing. Unless of course he or she wants to be expelled. Because lecturers have a hold on you. They mark your scripts, your exam papers, they can accord you marks as they want to. And because of how you present yourself, a lecturer will falsely or intentionally fail you to lure you to him. So I'll speak to them, engage them practically, one-on-one engagements with them. And there are a few female individuals on campus and male individuals on campus. I have seen that there are some of the student body that revere them, even though they are colleagues, they are classmates. And so I'll employ their services and collectively they'll help me achieve that goal.
Okay. What do you do aside school?
I do many things. What do you want to know?
Whichever you want to share with us.
Sorry?
Whichever you want to share with us.
Okay. I teach. I have learners I teach. I do English and social studies. It's sort of a hobby, but I like to impart and impact, feed off of what I know to people. Another thing I do is I am also into content creation, but mine is different. I do authority. So I am an authority.
You are?
I am an authorist. I
Okay,
do
okay,
authority.
okay.
So what I do is to teach the right pronunciation and enunciation of English words. And aside that, I do voiceovers here and there, and I MC shows more into compare.
All right. So I'm asking this question because you said you do a lot of things.
Yes.
And picking up this tax
Yes, sir.
is very demanding.
Yes, sir.
How do you intend to juggle your personal business, school, and then the office?
Okay. Sorry?
Yes.
Thank you very much. So these other things I do are personal things I do. And I'm not employed. I don't work with an organization at the moment. Most of the things I do are personal things. And these things are done at leisure hours. And I am going to juggle between my gender affairs office role and personal activities or endeavors properly, because I will know what to do at what time.
Before I go on to my next question, I want to make a statement that we are going to hold you by this words.
Yes, please.
We are going to, it's on YouTube, right?
I
We are,
think
we
one
are
of
going
the,
to hold you by this. I'm saying this because
Yes, sir.
of my experience being a president of IFT.
IFT.
So we are going to hold each and every one of you guys, should you make it to the office, by your words.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so my last question is, what's your stance or your take on lecturers insisting on certain kind of dress code?
For school.
Yes,
Okay. Thank you very much for the question.
especially for their courses.
Especially for their courses.
Yes.
Okay. I think last sem, some of my colleagues were taking the course anthropology. And so at the point in time, they were wearing Ankara, African. Yes, I think what the course entails, you need to emanate it. You need to be able to.
What if it's not about the course, but just the lecturer's policy?
Hey,
That
personal policy.
don't do ABCD, don't wear ABCD to my class.
I think for professionalism's sake, and secondly, no lecturer would give out or, posit policies that they've not really thought of. If it's going to help the individual, the students they are teaching, and they are wanting to enforce that policies, I think the students to take it on because it's for their own betterment and nothing else.
I like the way you are looking at the positive side of things,
Yeah.
right? But students are
Can be
some way.
stubborn.
So I am sure when these issues will get to your office or get to your desk, because I've gotten some of them, what practical things are you going to do when these things come to you? For instance, we know that when you're going to write exams,
Yes.
you're not supposed to wear certain things.
Okay.
A student will come and wear flip-flops and wants you, being the president, to go and talk for them to allow him to go and write the exams. What are you going to do when such cases come to you?
Okay, thank you very much. I believe that wherever there are rules and regulations, there is adherence. And if it's not adhered, there are ramifications to that. And so if a student, it's time to take or sit for exam and rules are being given out and you want to disobey those rules at your own detriment. Again, if a student is punished, it will serve as a deterrent to others. So I've been a witness that, Konadu was punished for wearing slippers or tying a hair in some sort of way because they will say, well, examination malpractice. So you are going to tack a paper somewhere. And so when you are coming, come clean. And Konadu decides to come wearing a slipper, looking all gabbly and all of that. Konadu needs to be punished to serve as deterrent to others. So the next time, students will adhere. Tertiary, I think, is a professional institution.
What
And
if,
so when you're
what if
entering-
Konadu tells you that, okay, the way I've dressed is how I can feel free and write my paper and pass?
Absolutely not. So I am a development communication student, and one of the courses I'm taking now is communication for behavior change. I believe that one's upbringing contributes to how they behave, how they adhere to instructions, and how they move by instructions. It could be something that he or she has been doing for a while. He or she does it at home, and mommy, daddy really do not say anything about it. But if you are entering into a school and a school is given instructions you need to adhere, it's a professional institution. You are there to be polished up for the job market. And so if you are not adhering to instructions and rules and regulations given, you should be punished to serve as deterrent unto others.
I promise, my last one. What's your stance on UPSA's policy on dress code?
Fantastic policy. UPSA is a professional institute. They are known for professionalism. I think they do a bit of public relations and, diploma courses and all of that. And an institution like UPSA, you don't expect to wear baggy jeans and crop tops to class. You are to dress professionally. So in fact, when you dress professionally and you are in a professional environment, you act professional because they are nurturing you for the job market. And so UPSA would not want an individual who graduates from the school to be seen or be known as a wayward person. And where did you graduate? What school did you attend? UPSA. It's a professional institution. And I'm a staying believer that the policy they gave in terms of their appearance is an apt one.
Should we do same as UniMAC?
Thank you. We should do same as UniMAC. Some time ago, I was told by one of our lecturers, that at that time, so he was a student before. At that time, there was some sort of uniformity. They were told they were given uniforms to wear, and it shaped their lives. But today's era and our generation today, we like to do things that pleases us. The generation sees.
And let's ask what I wanted to ask.
Yes, sir.
And should you win, I'm going to work with you on that.
Great.
With whoever becomes the president.
Thank you.
How are you going to support my office? I'm very heavy on clothes.
Okay.
If I'm about starting my class, I've almost always. And you said something, when I was coming, I heard you say that some lecturers want to see you or whatever. That is evil. If there is something like that, let them break it up. No lecturer should be encouraged to face somebody because the person has goods that you like.
Right.
It doesn't say no. For me, I'm against that. It's very bad. But likewise, for me, I would also want to give an extra, that 10 marks in my pocket, to a very disciplined, well-dressed student. And if I'm failing and I have the 10 marks in my pocket, I say, look at the way she looks and speaks. I want to donate that 10 marks to you.
Right.
So how are you going to support the office of the head of students? I'm just going to create a lot of agitation. But how are you going to decide to introduce a dress
code
at UniMAC ID from 2022, for example? How are you going to use your office to serve as an advocacy unit? So that the result will not come to me. It will come to me.
I think we'll do prepping. Everything got to do with the mind, the state of mind, or how one thinks and how one perceives things. So we'll do prepping. We will make them know that it's a professional institution. It's not secondary, it's tertiary. And so you have to embody the future you crave for yourself.
So you think it's possible we can
I think it's possible we can do it. I mean, every positive. Yes, you can start with me. Yes, sir.
info part is recording.
Yes, it's something you want us to collaborate on. Yes, I think
sorry, because we're on air, I just want to say I will need to love you for that, but because of but I'm going to admire you for if I'm able to support that, not because we want to cage quote unquote students to make them look old fashioned. But look at how you are making now.
Right.
Assume you are coming to my personal Monday class and you come to my class like this and you are failing. I'm on air, that's why I want to be a quiz. And you are failing, I know you won't fail. But I will say, because of let me put that 10 marks that is discouraging to me, to add it up to you, because your dressing is part of your communication.
Exactly.
Your communication to them.
Yes, sir.
That's it. People come and virtually wearing nothing.
So I think I mentioned that I think most of my colleagues actually are not properly prepared for tertiary. Some I've gotten the opportunity to engage. I actually asked one and she said, I'm done with school. Mommy says I should continue. So I came to pick the forms and I'm here. So yes, so most of them are not prepared for school. But if they get some sort of prepping and know that this is a professional institution or fraternity you are wanting to belong in, and so you need to emulate that professionalism.
So because of time, this is my last follow-up.
Yes, sir.
I want you to speak on the camera.
Okay.
You are promising that should you win, it's not the Dr. Tando.
I am going to collaborate with the dean.
You are going to lead a campaign and advocacy, a behavioral change of community.
Yes.
So that at least if you can, for me, my vision is if you can really get a full scale, like a formal Monday to Friday, I think you can start with a corporate Monday
Wednesday?
And an African Wednesday.
Right. Right.
You can even start with that.
Yes.
Gradually, we can see.
We can.
Now that you are saying you are going to do that as a promise, so that I know that you're still going to take you on your word and come back.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So, how are you going to be committed to is it part of your, I want you to take it as part of your agenda item.
It's actually part of my agenda items. Yes, I think appearance matters. You mentioned, Dr. Tando, that as a communication student, you need to communicate physically and intellectually. And so, yes, if you are a communication student and you can't communicate with your appearance, it's a problem. So, guys, we are going to work on that.